Hi, my name is Grace Ross, and today I will be telling you the story of the Quapaw and how they ended up where they are today. The first question you might have is exactly who were the Quapaw? Well, in literal translation, Quapaw means downstream people. According to a book written by Barbara Harper in 2008, the Quapaw were a subgroup of the Dingaha Indians. A large group of Dingaha Indians moved upstream of the Mississippi River when they broke off, but the people who lived downstream of the Mississippi were known as the Quapaw. They claimed all the land south of the Arkansas River, which is a tributary of the Mississippi. Our book tells us that the Native Americans were largely either hunter-gatherers or agricultural peoples, and the Quapaw were agricultural peoples who grew the crops that are found in Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas still today. They also lived in Tornado Alley, and according to a book written by Larry Johnson in 2008, they experienced a lot of natural disasters and historical events due to where they were placed. Another large factor in how the Quapaw moved were treaties. Their first dealings with the United States government came in 1818 when they made a treaty in St. Louis, and according to the terms of this treaty, the Quapaw ceded thousands of acres of land, according to Joseph P. Key in an article written in 2003. The next treaty came in 1824. According to the terms of this treaty, the Quapaw had to cede all the land in Arkansas, as well as hunting and fishing land in Colorado and Oklahoma, as well as Arkansas. The final treaty came in 1833, known as the Treaty of Gascony, signed in Gascony, Arkansas. This is where they ceded all the land given to them by the Quapaw Indians, which we can infer is Missouri, and they were officially moved from that place to the northwestern part of Oklahoma, according to Jan Avery in 1938. Now, I bet you're asking, if they were moved to Oklahoma and came from Arkansas, how did they spend time in Missouri? Inadvertently, as a matter of fact. On the way to the northwestern part of Oklahoma, they spent 4 years in the Seneca Territory by accident, because that belonged to the Seneca Indians. But there was a building built in the Osho to oversee the Quapaws during their time there, according to Jan Avery in 1938. They lived in small towns which they rented for mining of lead and zinc. Tar Creek, as it was called, is still a large mining site today, according to Larry Johnson in his book written in 2008. Eventually, they left these towns for the bigger towns of Joplin, Missouri, and Miami, Oklahoma, before officially moving to Oklahoma in 1838. Once they finally got to Oklahoma, they created the Quapaw Agency to oversee all business. According to a quote by made in Catherine Ellinghaus's book written in 2015, Charles Goodyear saw Missouri as a place of amusement and enjoyment. And that is the story of how the Quapaw Indians came from Arkansas, moved through Missouri, and finally landed in Oklahoma. Here are the links for my images. Here's my sources written in Chicago style, and I will post this video in the PowerPoint once it is uploaded. Thank you and have a nice day.